Nothing we say is investment advice. Please pause on all 3 pages of this disclaimer and read it.
Good morning, everybody. Cowboy here. It is, gosh, what time is it? Yeah, it's 1 minute until the CPI drops. Wanted to start a little bit early. We'll take a look on the 1 minute chart on the actual trading page here. The NASDAQ. And as the data drops here at any moment, we'll have a look at how price behaves. There you go. Yeah, data must have dropped. Little pop up here. Now, this is the NASDAQ, everybody. This is the tech sector ETF. There it is. Okay. There's the move up. So this must be dollar week news for inflation. This must be inflation is lower than expected, so we can possibly expect a cut, right? That's usually what a pop-up means, right? Now, not much of a pop-up, so it probably was just one tick. And let's see here. Let's zoom out to the 5 minute, because this looks really dramatic, right? We're sitting here looking at the 1 minute. So you zoom out. It was already a bit bullish overnight. That the price got held up a bit. I thought it would be a little more bearish if we look at the forecast on a different page here. But I'm going to flip over and take you with me to the data here. Okay, so yeah, core CPI 2 ticks lower than expected. It was no inflation versus 0.2% month on month. Year on year was 2 ticks below 2.6% instead of 2.8. It's lower than expected. Those were core. CPI month over month showing deflation, technically, instead of a negative 0.1%, it was actually negative 0.4%, significantly lower. And year over year is a little bit of slowdown in inflation. I guess you'd call that disinflation. So instead of a 3.8% year over year, it's 3.5%. So obviously, on the higher time frame, we're looking at bigger numbers, probably because of oil and energy and Iran and everything else. All right, so let's move back to the chart just to take a quick look at it. Here we are looking at the NASDAQ. So it's popped up, it's holding up, and it had a little bit of a bullish look overnight, but not really that notable. It's the 30-minute chart we're now looking at, and it's just a little pop-up on there. So not a lot going on, and there's probably not going to be a lot going on until we see Kevin Marsh come on and talk. I get the feeling that the numbers, look, these numbers are, they're engineered, and I think everybody knows that by now, or anybody who pays attention to the way things go. You know, man, your grandpa probably thinks they're real or something. But anybody who's been involved in what's going on recently knows the numbers are engineered. They don't tell us what the formula is. That, you know, if they don't tell you what the formula is, there's a reason for that, right? It's not because you know, they're for any good reason. It's they want to be able to make the numbers say what they want to make them say. Otherwise, you know, we could all figure it out ourselves. We could all get the data open source and get the numbers ahead of time. And oh, God forbid things should be honest. But, you know, then you wouldn't get the surprise and the market wouldn't move and you couldn't make your money. And so, you know, that's how things are, right? And we could complain about it or we can make money. I mean, I prefer to just understand that's what it is and make money on it. For the moment, though, this will be muted because if we head back over to the screen here, the forexfactory.com, in an hour and a half, Fed Chairman Walsh testifies. So there won't probably be a ton of trading until he does. There won't be a lot of opportunities on the charts until he talks. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at this data really quick to see when it's supposed to be. Let's go with Warsh. Members, okay. I was trying to see like if they say when it ends. It says watch live. July 14th. It says 7, but it actually has all this data here. I mean, is this going on now? What's going on here? I'm going to run this through AI for a summary. Give me a moment. Summarize above statement in 50 words or less with bullet points. I bet it's a whole lot of nothing. I know he's talked about his, okay, so the Fed goal, achieve price stability to fully eliminate the inflation surge the past 5 years. Economic view, growth is solid, driven by massive AI tech business investments, despite a lagging housing market. New task forces, 5 expert groups are systematically overhauling Fed communications, balance sheets, data sources, productivity, and inflation models. Well, we knew this. That's not news. I don't know. This is a policy report. I don't think that's his testimony. It does say here that, I welcome your questions. So this might just be how it starts, or the initial data that the congressional, the Congress people get before they start talking, right? So it does appear, though, at least for now, that the market expected some deflation or disinflation, because it went up when I thought it wanted to head down. That can happen. Bitcoin's going to do the same thing as compared to what I thought. So it looks like my initial thoughts are getting sort of nuked right now. Looks like the dollar has gotten a bit weaker overall. So it does appear, and I'll just say it, they're holding up. They're going to hold everything up, right? So like this trade kind of sort of played out right away. But yeah, even gold and silver are holding up. So I'm wondering if this was coupled with some kind of Iran news. Let's see, because this is a pretty significant change in where price was supposed to go. Okay, features mixed ahead of CPI wash, IBM sinks, bank downgrades. JPM. No, don't see anything. Don't see anything to do. EPI watch this. We're still, doing whatever's going on in Iran. I'm just, you can see what you still see me looking at Warsh, but I'm just looking over at Squawk Box just to see if there's any reason why the dollar has gotten weak compared to what I expected. But we'll just head back into the charts and try to analyze how they're going to go. So all of the initial long trades worked out. So this gold long trade worked out, this alternative path. Let's go ahead and share that. So you see it right here. So that long trade, it didn't quite hit entry, right? But overnight futures were held up. In fact, you can see the key point where the future markets held up. It was at around what is it, 7 p.m. EST or so. It seems like you can see this hammer candle where price wanted to continue down, but it got forced up. You see the same thing here. Another hammer candle, almost like a low test candle. But you see the same thing here. Yep. So something happened in the market yesterday, somewhere around 7 p.m. EST, where markets rebounded and got pushed up, and all the long trades kind of worked out. Where I thought it would bounce based on structure, actually bounced. It didn't quite get entry, but it's right there. So it's kind of nice to see some wins that quickly, even though it's not necessarily the way I expected some of the charts to move. Like this Euro chart, I expected it to roll over and it just completely diverged. Same with the USD CAD. I kind of called this one out, but I wouldn't have been able to trade it just because so early in the week, you know, I don't really trade forex before Mondays. Bitcoin just completely diverged from what I thought I was going to do, so it held up for now. And the NASDAQ diverged somewhat. I figured it might head up, and a short right at this level might be okay, but I wouldn't do anything until we see the NASDAQ data come out. All right, so we kind of sped through the charts today, and I'm going to go over and let's see if there's any notes in the private. Yep, private lab is pretty quiet too. Look, there will not be a lot like to talk about until Kevin Marsh speaks. So this will be a short video even for the private live lab, but I am going to head in there. So thank you all for watching. Tomorrow is also going to be like today. It's the PPI that comes out right at 8:30 a.m. And then Kevin Marsh testifies again. So, you know, it's probably going to be another slow day like it is today, aside from, you know, whatever CPI, PPI type situation there is. So what we'll see though, you know, today, once Kevin Marsh testifies, that might be what's pretty exciting. He might let out, he might let out some key information pretty quick. So that's, you know, that might happen. So tune in tomorrow, 8:30 a.m. EST sharp. I'm going to head to the private live lab. Thank you all for watching AlgoFactory.tech. Get the free algo links in the description. Go in there. It's a free algorithm. Click on that. It's a very quick video. It's like 15 minutes. It shows you how I build an algorithm. The tools I use to connect it to the exchange so it can trade for you, or you're not even sitting at the computer. You just have to optimize the algo first. You can't just plug it in, and we teach you how to do that at AlgoFactory.tech. So come on over, AlgoFactory.tech, learn how to trade like a hedge fund pro. Do not forget,
join us or die.